Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Farhan Melsi Rahmatullah. My name is 22232300093 from Tadris Bahasa Inggris. Today, I would like to present my research proposal, the influence of song interpretation on improving student speaking skills, using two songs by the 1975, About You and It's Not Living If It's Not With You. This research aimed to find out how interpreting songs lyric can influence and improving student speaking ability. Number 1. Background of the problem. Songs support emotional engagement and language learning. Interpretation help learner analyze lyric and express meaning. Students mostly listen to songs only for entertainment. Speaking difficulties, low confidence, limited vocabulary. Songs proven to improve fluency, vocabulary, and motivation. The background of the study is based on the idea that songs are not only entertainment, but also a powerful medium for language learning. Songs can increase motivation, reduce anxiety, and help develop vocabulary and pronunciation. However, based on the initial observation, students listen to English songs only for fun, without understanding the meaning. Many students still lack confidence, vocabulary, and fluency in speaking. Therefore, I am interested in examining whether songs interpretation can help improve their speaking English. Problem formulation 1. Does song interpretation effective student speaking skills? 2. To what extent does it improve speaking based on proposed test result? There are two research that guide this study. First, does song interpretation have an effect on student speaking skill? Second, to what extent does song interpretation improve student speaking ability? Through pre-test and post-test comparison. These two questions are the focus of this research. Research objective number 1. Determine the influence of interpreting 1975 songs to analyze improvement before after treatment. The objective of this research are number 1. Determine whether interpreting songs influence students' speaking skills. Number 2. Analyze the improvement of student speaking performance before and after the treatment. In short, this research aims to measure both the effect and the improvement. Next, significance of the study. The theoretical and rich literature on songs in speaking development, practical for the teachers, creative strategy for speaking class. For students, improve confidence, fluency, vocabulary. For schools and future researchers, reference for the further studies. This study brings several benefits. First, theoretical contributes to the literature on language learning through songs. For teachers, provide a creative and engaging teaching method. For students, improving confidence, fluency, vocabulary, and pronunciation. And for future researchers can be used as reference for the further studies in the similar fields. So, this research has both academic and practical advantage. Next, songs in language learning. Reduce anxiety and increase motivation. Support vocabulary, pronunciation development, allow discussion and interpretation-based speaking tasks. Songs are effective language learning media because they create an enjoyable and low-pressure learning environment. They help students learn vocabulary more easily through repeated lyric and pronunciation through the singer's voice. Song-based learning also encourages students to speak more freely during discussion. Therefore, songs support language learning in both emotional and linguistic ways. Next, song interpretation. Meaning created through listener-text interaction. Encourage critical thinking and self-expression, strengthen fluency, vocabulary, and confidence. Song interpretations means understanding, analyzing, and expressing the meaning behind the lyrics. When students interpret a song, they think critically and speak to explain their ideas. The 1975 songs were chosen because they contain meaningful and emotional lyrics, making them suitable for interpretation activities. Through this process, students can practice expressing opinions, describing meanings, and developing speaking fluency. Next, speaking skills component. Fluency, vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, comprehension. Speaking ability in this research is measured using 5 components. Fluency, the smoothness and the flow of speech. Vocabulary, the range and appropriateness of the words used. Pronunciation, correct articulation, stress and intonation. Grammar, accuracy of the sentence structure. Comprehension, understanding, question and responding properly. This element will be assessed in both pre-test and post-test. Research methodology. Quantitative, 1 group, pre-test, post-test. Sample, 12th grade SMA Negeri 1 Bengkulu Tengah. Instrument speaking test plus assessment rubric. This research used quantitative 1 group pre-test and post-test design. 1 class is tested before treatment, give song, interpretation activities, and test again after the treatment. This data is collected through speaking tests and assessed using a rubric. This design helps measure improvement clearly and accurately. Research procedure. 1. Pre-test and 2. Treatment, song listening, analysis, representation, post-test, evaluation. The research procedure consists of 3 main stages. Pre-test to identify students' initial speaking ability. Treatment 4 to 5 meetings. Students listen to the song, analyze lyric, discuss meaning, and present their interpretation orally. Post-test to compare results and see improvement after treatment. The goal is to see whether interpretation practice leads to speaking development. Data analysis technique. Mean score comparison, gain score, paired sample test. Data is analyzed by comparing the average pre-test and post-test scores. Gain scores are calculated to measure improvement. A paired sample t-test will be used to determine whether the improvement is statistically significant. This ensures that the results are scientifically valid and reliable. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.